In the morning, Alice woke up. She walked over to the window. The way she had been sleeping the night before. Never been pushed over one eye. She had to sweep it back. The mattress, the bed, the sheet, the cover, the bin bag layer in case of vomit, the blanket, the second blanket, third blanket, the duvet, all atop the mattress, pushing down, getting up. Walking over to the mirror, smoothing the hair back out, staring into the eyes, the white of the eyes, trying to dig up some meaning, something not known. This was how it is, how it was. Every morning, the gradual coming around, gradual recontextualization, gradual remembering of who, what, where, and how, but never why. Never a moment to reflect, never a memory of yesterday. The only memory was here, waking up, constant regime, a doctrine of resetting, morning after morning. But for all she knew, she could have just been born. Prove that the world hadn't been made up. Right there as she woke up. Or was she still dreaming? Prove that. How to tell reality from that other place. Questions she repeated, wiping the hair away from her face. And a knock. And a knock. 3 complete knocks, rapping against the door's wooden frame. Rapping, moving down, like a tent post, pushing away at the ground, gradually ripping up, uprooting. Some force, something that was not a part of Alice's scene, now coming up, burrowing its way, sound piercing the veil, a nice, quiet slumber that the morning promised, ripped away, and here is the sound, its mechanism fueling the motive, unknown as of yet, the plot unshowing. Alice perked up at the noise. She threw on a dressing gown, searched for 5 minutes on the ground, trying to find the catch, to draw the sides together. She could not find it, however, for it had been lost and discarded long before. Ripped, cut, repurposed, forgotten. Some night way in the past, this had been done and forgotten about. And now, all that remained was the absence, as she found and said, torn pair of tights lying crisscrossed in front of the wardrobe, picked them up and fashioned a makeshift tie, then opening the door, then going down the hall, going through ways and paths which should well have been familiar, but were not. Ways which, in all honesty and all certainty, should have been hers, should have been her paths, but somehow were not. The same rooms, and no memory, not ever a memory of where before the door, now. Just as before, 3 more knocks. Knock, knock, knock. Making 6 as the complete amount of knocks so far. But these knocks were different to the first, where the first had travelled from down, middle, down. These were no 3. Travelled up. This change in rhythm caused quite a stirring in Alice, for reasons she knew not, and so she hesitated, her hand idling, pausing before the knob, bright gold or brass, something shiny, pausing, not wanting to give in, feeling what? Mistrust? Perhaps? Fear? No. Never fear. Never fear for Alice. But something, some stopping force, as it was. So she stood like this for 5 minutes more. Stood still. A feat which most others would fail to make up even a third of. A third, even a quarter. A fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, a ninth, a 10th, an 11th, a 12th, a 13th, a 14th, a 15th, a 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 24th, 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, 31st, 32nd, 33rd, 34th, 35th, 36th, 37th, 38th, 39th, 40th, 41st, 42nd, 43rd, 44th, 45th, 46th, 47th, 48th, 49th, 50th, 51st, 52nd, 53rd, 54th, 55th, 56th, 57th, 58th, 59th, 60th, 61st, 62nd, 63rd, 64th, 65th, 66th, 67th, 68th, 69th, 70th, 71st, 72nd, 73rd, 74th, 75th, 76th, 77th, 78th, 79th, 80th, 81st, 82nd, 83rd, 83rd, 84th, 85th, 86th, 87th, 88th, 89th, 90th, 91st, 92nd, 93rd, 94th, 95th, 96th, 97th, 98th, 99th, 100th, and would you believe it, 101st, 102nd, 103rd, and so on and so on and on, standing still, not moving, not needing to move, not daring to move, but still before the door. How anyone else could go on standing and staring, not stirring, but longing to move, which many wouldn't see at first, wouldn't look into her eyes, blank, listless, soulless, by some estimates, but not, and all the time wanting to open it, but not being able to, not having that push, that feeling of opening, but the feeling of waiting, the feeling of freezing, the feeling of just staring, of looking, of waiting, 3 more knocks. A knock, followed by a knock, followed by a knock, making 9, the holy number, 3 trees, a small forest before her, 9 knocks, and she took this as the sign, and the energy came, the energy which had not been there before, for the energy before had been the energy of stopping, staring, and waiting, but now the energy was the energy of not waiting, of not stopping, of going straight on. And so, in her hand she took the knob, and in her hand she turned the door open, pulling in, and round. And there in the doorway was a man, or, to say the least, a male figure. For the head was a different head than a typical gender-conforming and also species-conforming man. For the head was a bit strange, for it was replaced in the way that matter couldn't be replaced with lack of matter. The head was replaced by air, and the view as if the head was not there, standing at the front, so that there was no head where the head should be. This too brought the energy of hesitation, hesitating to speak, to venture forward, to inquire about the nature of this being who had no head, but who, she was sure, must have been a man. Must have been. For what else could he have been, if not a man? Who are you? She rightly inquired. But of course, the figure before her had no mouth at which it could utter a reply. Obvious. Alice, perhaps, would have known it was obvious and scolded herself for it in other times. Say she had a drink down her. Oh, then she'd know what to do. Then she'd know what to do. Then she'd know what to do. Confounded by this new revelation, she took her hand and placed it back on the door. Not the knob this time, the side. The side, it was better in reach. It was better grasp, but better find. So she took it. She shut the door. Closed it off. Whatever was there.
This is the first hack.
Whatever else that man had to hold. Whatever he had to give, to bestow, to find, to seek, to know, to give, to offer. His headlessness would have only meant trouble. And his suit, not unlike the suits that the men wear who come to check for TV licenses. Oh yes, she thought now. What a rat bastard. And a good thing. A good thing for locking out. Lock out and keep in. And all she needed now is another drink. Just another drink. One more. To get her out. Get her on. And then she'd have all the things to say. And all the things to know. For she knew. It all became much clearer. All became much clearer. When everything was blurred. Blur away the bad thoughts. And the truth becomes clear. Blur away the sadness. And the happiness stands out. Blur away the sadness. And I will be okay. She's walked back towards the kitchen. Hallways which are gradually taking shape now. Taking shape in her mind as it all started coming back to her. All the memories started returning. All the times she'd seen these halls before. All the times she'd gone to sleep. Gone to sleep lying down in them. Crouching down. Squatting down. Burning down. Tearing down. Ripping away the paint and the wallpaper. The paint, the wallpaper. Till she got to the solid brick underneath. Tearing down. Until she arrived at the kitchen. For what it was, a kitchen. It served its purpose. Got herself in. Crouched down. Searched for it. Searched around. Trying to find that one last drink. That one last drink to put her over the edge. For everything to make sense. Crouched down and crawling around. Crawling. Trying to find. Trying to seek. Hide and seek. Playing it. Playing the game. Herself only. Herself only included. Playing the game. Looking. Herself, the seeker. The bottle. Or can. Or glass. Cup. Or bowl. Or plate. Any kind of container. Once it contained the drink. That final drink. To send her over the edge. Her final pledge. For she was no saint. For she was no saint. This was progress, not perfection. Some saying here and there in her mind. Wrote it up on the walls as she fell down. The marker making grooves. Clutching onto that, she scraped down, trying to catch something, trying to lean on something, just trying not to go down. One more to send her over the edge, and then all done. And then I'm done. And no need to worry. 3 sharp knocks. Knock, 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 knock. But she didn't care. It wasn't up to her for caring. It wasn't her who needed to care. For all would be done soon enough. And then she could hand the reins over. Hand them over. Not need to worry about all these trifles. All these sherry trifles stacked up on the draining board. Draining away the last of the night. And the past fades away like the sun sets and all the shops close. So you can't go back. You can't go back and you can't get more. You can't get more. So all you're left with is whatever you've got. And if you've got nothing, touch the lot. Going out, stumbling around in alleyways, doors and streams and alleys, searching for the ending.
It was the, what was it? My dad would never trust me with that.
Ah. Searching for the last. Something hidden away in the bottles of the street. Some last drip. Some echoed remain. Something to find. Something to find there. Some drip that could be collected, harvested, brought back to get her over the edge. And oh, I thought it was morning. But it's night. Where does the night come from? Why is the night here now? Who brought on this night? So cold. And where is the light? She's on the floor. And this is where we end. And this is where we end.